many things when you look at history around the world, aren't there, that say things about people, particularly, this sort of countries and cities and everything. You see a film, you know instantly, for instance, when you see a yellow cab, you know it's New York City, and it looks exciting just because they've made that particular brand iconic. Over here, many people might say the thing behind me, the British red phone box, is simply iconic. Absolutely. And as we told you before, the only unread phone boxes over here in the United Kingdom are in Hull, Kingston upon Hull. That's because there's a cream. Fascinating history behind that, and there was a reason why they weren't read. As I say, when you look around, you look at things and you say, well, what makes some place instantly historical? Why do you know that? You have to say places like Paris, the Eiffel Tower. We all know it, don't we? So what made them more interesting before that? Now, of course, the beauty of somewhere like the United Kingdom is that we have so much rich history, including, of course, things like the Black Cab. Yes, everybody knows the Black Cab, Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London, the House of Commons, and this, the humble Royal Mail post box. But seemingly now it looks like even the humble Royal Mail post box could be overlooked in this brand new, shall we say, PC age. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well. Nice to have your company. Yes, this really all stems upon the fact that, as we know, we've got our wonderful coronation coming up on May the 6th. And when you look around London, if you come over to London, what you will see are these beautiful, and they are truly beautiful, Royal Mail cast iron post boxes, which many have been there for absolutely so many years. But if you look in great detail, you can see some have still got VR on for Victoria, and some have got GR on. There weren't that many with the GR on, actually. But then, of course, now we'll be looking forward to the removal of ER from the boxes. Now, the British Royal Mail, which was founded way back in the 1700s and was a rather risky profession for many people picking up British mail at that time, if you think about it, in those cabs which were stopped by the dandy highwaymen, the robbers, because of all the cash that may have been on board. Well, they're going through a very difficult time right now because, as we know, with the British Royal Mail, they've recently been on strike. They've made a record profit loss. And so they're having to say, well, can we afford to change the cipher on the front of these iconic red mail boxes? And seemingly not. Now, the public, of course, don't necessarily want to shell out for this because, as some people cruelly point out, with His Royal Highness King Charles being 74, really, how much value and worth would that be? They've also pointed out, if you look at so many Royal Mail boxes, as I said, still so many have GR, still so many have VR on them. But of course, to the world, there will always remain ER. Now, according to a very good source at the palace, while King Charles would like his cipher on the front of these Royal Mail boxes, he understands the difficulties that the world is going through in this cost of living crisis and doesn't necessarily see this as the most, demanding or in fact forthright thing to be doing. But of course, when you go to that position that he will be in May, I mean, he's already the king, but of course, when he's crowned, naturally, as he sails around his kingdom, it must be nice to pull up in a car and see your cipher on the side of a Royal Mail box. But for now, it could be some time before you can post a letter with that in. As ever, this is a developing story, so when I know more, you'll know more. But let me know what you think to this. Do you think it's a waste of money, or do you think it's part and parcel of what we should be doing, celebrating our wonderful royal history? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.